back to Vape Nation Scrims. We are now in game number 2 in Miramar, and the match will start in around 35 seconds time. And here we go with a southwestern to a northeastern flight path. We are starting off at the prison and Valdemar and heading right to El Azahar. And so we are now seeing Modesta and Team Mystic jumping first and heading to the western side of the map, staying by the road. We've then got Team 8, Team Leopard, we have Team 14, Union Power, and we have Team 3, Zacon, going north towards Monte Nuevo, along with Team number 10, Mega Clutches Esports. We then have Team number 6, 300 Aravelli, going south. And we have Team 13, Gods of Greece, heading to Los Leones, with Team 21, IX, heading to the eastern side of the map towards Impala. And we have Team 19, Ruthless 3, heading towards La Bendita. Now let's stay with Modesto, who is just coming up to members of Team 11, Team Mystic. And here we go. Rumaha is being shot upon, with Gonzalez being taken down by Team Mystic Itachi. Rumaha is still being fired upon. He's now lost around 75% health. K-Dawes is starting to run in, with a molly being prepared. K-Dawes just manages to miss it, and Romaha is taken down and finished off by the Winchester held by K-Dawes. We now have help going in as the task force jump right in and get the knock and the kill there. And we now have TM Lynx being knocked by MOD help. And Itachi has just taken down Trouble. Help is being punched to death. Help is punching Lynx to death. And is now going after K-Dawes over at Northwest. And K-Dawes knows exactly where Help is at the moment. But Help is continually moving left and right, making aiming quite tricky for K-Dawes at the moment. But not too tricky, as K-Dawes takes him down without any trouble at all. And now let's go straight over to Team number 7, the Task Force, who are going up against Knockout at the moment. And now we are seeing LC going up against Assassin Esports at the moment. So let's jump right over to team number 4 as they come up against Team Leopard. And if we now have a quick look at the first zone of Miramar, it has moved to the eastern side. We have a red zone in play at the moment by the Junkyard, which may catch up LDI as well as the Ruthless 3. So we have a few teams on the western side of the map that will need to start moving in shortly to ensure that they are not caught out by that blue zone. We also have a couple of splits being done at the moment. Team 11, the Team Mystic, are doing a few 1-1 splits at the moment by Valdemar. We also have Team 21, which is IX, splitting up at the moment, doing a 3-1 split. And we also have 15, which is LDI Ice, doing a 2-2 split. Now the thing with splits is that splits are usually done to sneak in on other teams, to get that rotation whilst the other players are covering you with fire or grenades or some other sort of distraction. When it is done so early in the game, it can really be done for a few reasons. Obviously, if you land at a compound and there's not a great deal of loot, then teams may start to split to try and find that loot. And at the moment we have Assassin Esports going up against the Mega Clutches Esports. And the other reason that splits are done is obviously to get that rotation, as I just mentioned, to take teams by surprise and to start stacking up those knocks and those kills. But there is always a risk that comes with it. If you do something like a 2-1 split, for example, and the one gets knocked, it can then be very difficult for the other players to get there to get their revive. So although it does have its advantages, it does come with its own set of difficulties as well. So it wouldn't really be recommended that you do split unless you know exactly what you're doing with them and why. And here we go. So Azad has just got a knock on the left-hand side there with Toxic going down. And we now have Assassin Esports just taking cover from the red zone as they go up against Mega Clutches Esports. And that is Johnny being knocked, as well as Hellrat, leaving Monster, the last standing member of the Assassin Esports White. And that is Johnny taken down, as well as Monster, as well as Helldrax there. And we are now seeing Team Leopard move in towards the Mega Clutches. But they have been spotted and shots are being fired. And we still have the Mega Clutches firing towards Team Leopard at the moment. We have Cancer taking cover behind the small building there. We have Mega Clutches just splitting slightly. We have Kenichi on the left-hand side. We have Luffy on top. and we have Deep to the right hand side. Now Kansas is preparing a grenade to be thrown, and off it goes towards Deep. But unfortunately the timing and the aim slightly is a little bit off, so it doesn't do as much damage as he would have hoped. And Luffy is now going up against Cancer, and Cancer gets knocked there. So we now have Frankie, the last standing member, as Azard is also knocked at the moment. But it looks as though Frankie is managing to get the revive, and he does. We now have Luffy just pushing over. We have Kenichi over at 250. And we have Deep, who's just holding back slightly at the moment. So Luffy is now on the right side. We have Frankie on the outside. We have Azard, Frost on the balcony. And that is Frankie being taken down and panned to death by Luffy there. And that is Kenichi knocked by Azard Frost, who is then taken down by Luffy. And let's have another look at the zone. The zone is still on the eastern side of the map. It has moved north slightly. So we now have the Mega Clutches esports team that need to move in, as well as the On Fire team. We have Team Mystic, as well as the Union Power team that all need to move in to the next zone. We have a few teams bunched together on the southern end of this zone, where you will find 2 drops. And here we go, in this drop right here, which is stuck on the roof at the moment, you'll find an AWM, along with a level 3 vest, helmet and bag. We have Gods of Grease by at the moment, but they are choosing to stay away from it. They may be trying to get to the higher areas of the buildings to try and scope in and cover that drop in case any other teams try and take it. Whereas on the other drop, there is an AUG and a tack stock. So this one is most likely had already been taken, as we can see there. As we now see Team 6, who is 300 Arrow Valley, just driving away down the road towards the northeastern area of Miramar. And as we move across Miramar, you cannot deny that if the designers want to put as much attention into this as they have done with Erangel 2.0, this could be an incredible map to look at. And here we go, with the blue zone changing in around 4 seconds time. Let's have another quick look and go straight over to Team 16, who is Quantum Leap. And here we go, Union is taking on Fire. So let's go straight over to Team 14. And On Snow has just taken down Union Mercy, with Union Mercy managing to knock on Danny and Ninja with a well-thrown grenade. We have Deducci just rotating to the left-hand side. So we have a quick look at Mercy just reviving. Just being revived by Union Atom at the moment, as Danny and Ninja are still down. And Mercy has been taken down again by Mifta with an M24. We have Atom coming in to get the revive. And Mercy manages to get the kill on the On Fire team, who still have 3 players remaining, as On Danny just gets taken down by Mercy also. So we now have Snow and Mifster, with Gods of Greece Atlas being taken down. And we have 4 members of the Union Power team remaining. And it looks as though Union Deducci is doing a left rotation from his perspective and moving right round, possibly trying to get up higher on these hilltops here. A mountaintop, to try and take down the On Fire team, who are now moving out by buggy and bus. And now let's go straight over to Team 21, which is IX, as they go up against Gods of Greece. And we now have members of the task force scoping in on LDI Ice at the moment, as 2 team members are over there, with James being one of them. They are losing health. The car has been blown up. As we see Marina over towards northwest. You have Andrex taking down Eli. You have Marina knocking James. And that is 2 members of LDI Ice taken down. Team 15, they have 2 members remaining, with Nakaz and Zin. Zin being in another location entirely. And we now see Fate Namek taking down IX Teddy. And Zakon Forest of Team 3 going down also. So let's go straight over, as Forest is knocked. You have Lionheart taking down IX. And that is it, with Team 3 managing to get 2 kills so far. And they are now being fired upon by 300 Arik Veli. As the task force now come up upon the Union Power team of Team 14. And Deducci now comes up against Quantum Leap. And Zakon Forest almost being knocked as Masculine moves in towards Luffy. You have Lionheart there as well, and Forest. Lionheart is taken down, as is Luffy, as is Kenichi. And Deep is all the way over at 55. They've done a 2-1 split, and unfortunately it just hasn't paid off this time round. But Deep is now driving back in. And all members of Zakon are now back up on their feet. Deep is now retreating, which would be the sensible choice, considering that 2 of his teammates have been taken down. And we now have the Ruthless 3 going up against the On Fire team and the Task Force. As Task Marina gets a knock on Snow there. And now Mifta is going to try and get the revive. Marina is scoping in, but just hasn't got a shot at the moment. As you will have to be careful, considering that the Ruthless 3 are just on the left-hand side. Union Atom gets a knock, as well as Zakon Kuzmich. And Union Atom takes down members of Quantum Leap, with Gods of Greece Zeus also going down to Lionheart, and Fate Namek taking down Masculine with an explosion. And the play zone has just taken down Quantum Leap Killers, as the Ruthless 3 takes down a member of the knockout team, Methonio 10. And there the play zone finishes off members of Quantum Leap, as MC Deep takes down Zakon Lionheart. And Marina was very nearly knocked then, being fired upon by On Fire, but just manages to get to cover and uses a first aid kit. And the Molly goes in and hits Snow. And Snow must be one of the luckiest players on PUBG at the moment. But unfortunately that luck just about runs out, as he is not. Marina is almost taken down for a second time. And Mifta is also taken down. And there we have it. Task Force get 2 kills there, so they now have 7 as a team. As Team Mystic now go up against Team 15 LDI Ice. And that is Aragveli getting a kill on the left-hand side, doing a favour for Team Mystic, who are trying to get the kill themselves. We also have the Zakon BLA CM team, as well as Task Force, who are still in play. Union Mercy has just been taken down by the Task Force, with Andrex getting the kill as Atom takes down Bob, and Aragveli get kills of their own, with Fate Namek taking down Zakon Forest, Marina taking down Union Atom, and the Knockout team getting a kill also, with Andrex taking down Union Duducci. And here we go, just like that, we have our top 3 for game number 2, with Team Mystic still in play alongside Task Force and 300 Aragveli. And that is it, with the Team Mystic team being taken down by Task Force. It is now 3v2 as 300 Aragveli goes up against Task, Marina and Andrex. Andrex has just been taken down, so it's now 3v1 with Marina taking cover behind the drop. And that is the end of game number 2, with the win going to 300 Aragveli, who have an impressive 11 kills. We have the Task Force in second with 12. We have Team Mystic in third with 6. We have Union Power in fourth with 4. We have Zakon in fifth with 6. And we have LDI Ice in sixth with 2, and we have Knockout in 7th with 2 kills. If you have enjoyed the stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. We will be back in just a moment for game number 3. This is Vape Nation Scrims. I am Ab Summer, and we will be right back.